Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 29th of October 1987, and the title is The Powers of the Body, Mind, Wealth, and Relationships. Today, the Almighty Authority Father is looking at his powerful children. Every Brahmin soul has become powerful, but number-wise. All the powers are the Father's inheritance and the blessing of the bestower of blessings. Through the double relationship of the Father and the bestower of blessings, every child has this elevated attainment from birth. From birth, the Father gives you a right to all the powers. That is, He gives you your birthright. Along with that, as the bestower of blessings, as soon as you take birth, He makes you a master, almighty authority, and gives you the blessing of, may you have all powers. All the children receive the double right equally from the One, but the power to imbibe it makes you number-wise. The Father makes all the children constantly full of all powers, but children become powerful according to their capacity. Generally, whether in worldly life or spiritual life, the powers are the basis of success. The more powers you have, the more success you achieve. The main powers are of the body, mind, wealth, and relationships. All four are essential. If one power of the four is missing, then there is not constant and total success in life. In spiritual life too, all four powers are essential. In this spiritual life, the good health of both the soul and matter is essential. When the soul is healthy, then because the accounts of the body or illness of the body become from a crucifix, like a thorn through your own stage, you experience yourself to be healthy. Then there are no signs of illness or suffering on your face. You don't even speak about your illness, and instead of speaking about the suffering of karma, you speak of the stage of karma yoga, because speaking of the illness would become the cause of the illness increasing. Such a soul will never experience suffering of an illness, nor will he spread a wave of sorrow by speaking of his suffering. Instead, with the power of transformation, he will transform the suffering into contentment. He will remain content and spread a wave of contentment in others. That is, he will become a master, almighty authority, and with the blessing of powers, use the power to tolerate or the power to accommodate according to the time. When you use the blessing or inheritance of power that you receive from the Almighty Authority Father at the time of need, these blessings or good wishes work like medicine for you, because all these powers can cooperate with you in whatever form you need, according to the situation, the time, and the way you want to use them. You can imbibe these powers or blessings from God in whatever way you want. 1 minute in the form of coolness, 1 minute in the form of burning. They can give you the experience of the coolness of water and also the experience of burning in a fire. They can work like medicine and also like nourishing food to make you powerful. Just become an authority to use these powers at the right time. All these powers are servers of you, Master Almighty authorities. Whenever you order any one of them, it will say, "Yes, my Lord," and cooperate with you. However, those who take service from them also have to be just as clever. So, you can constantly experience the power of the body and the basis of soul power. That is, you can experience always being healthy. This alokik Brahman life is a constantly healthy life. You have received the blessing of "May you always be healthy" from the bestower of blessings. Bapdada sees that some children at a time of need are not able to use or take benefit from the blessings they have received, or it can be said that they are unable to take service from these powers, their servers, with that unlimitedness and with an unlimited intellect. The stage of being a master almighty authority is not a small thing. It is an elevated stage, and it is also a supreme title from the Supreme Soul. How much intoxication do you have of this title? The title makes so many tasks successful. So, this is a title from God. It is filled with so much happiness and power. If you remain seated on the seat of the stage of this title, you will experience all these powers to be always ready to serve you. They will be waiting for your orders. So, use the blessing and the inheritance. If you don't remain stable in the self-respect of a Master Almighty authority, then instead of keeping your powers under your orders, you would constantly keep asking the Father to give you a particular power, or to carry out a task for you, or that this should happen, or that should happen. Therefore, those who make requests can never remain constantly happy. One thing will be accomplished and another will begin. Therefore, become a master, be yogyukt, and take service wisely from the servers, and you will automatically experience being constantly healthy. This is called the attainment of the power of the body. In the same way, there is the power of the mind, that is, the power of elevated thought. Every thought of a Master Almighty authority has so much power that he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and also make it happen because his thoughts are always pure, elevated, and benevolent. So, where there are elevated thoughts of benevolence, they will definitely happen in practice. And because of your being a Master Almighty authority, the mind can never deceive the Master. It cannot. give you the experience of sorrow. The mind remains concentrated, and that is, it remains stable in one place. It does not wander. You are then able to stabilize your mind wherever you want, whenever you want. Then the mind can never be unhappy because it becomes a servant. So, this is the power of the mind, which you have attained in your alokik life as an inheritance and a blessing. In the same way, the third is the power of wealth, that is, the power of the wealth of knowledge. The wealth of knowledge automatically enables you to attain physical wealth. Where there is the wealth of knowledge, nature automatically becomes a servant. Physical wealth is for physical facilities. With the wealth of knowledge, you automatically attain all physical facilities. This is why the wealth of knowledge is the king of all wealth. Where the king is, all the materials are automatically attained. You don't need to make effort. If you have to make effort to attain any material things, it means there is a lack of the wealth of knowledge. In fact, the wealth of knowledge makes you into a multi-millionaire. Doing everything in the name of God automatically brings you success in everything you do. Those who have God's wealth become those who do everything for God. They don't even need to have a thought. All necessities automatically continue to be filled. They have so much power of wealth that this wealth of knowledge makes them into the kings of kings for many births. So, you also easily attain the power of wealth. In the same way, the power of relationships. There is the pure desire for the attainment of the power of relationships, because through relationships there is the attainment of love and cooperation. In this alokik life, you attain the power of relationships in a double way. Do you know how you attain the power of relationships in a double way? One is to have all relationships with the Father, and the second is the relationships with the divine family. So, it is a double relationship with the Father and with one another. So, through relationships, you constantly continue to attain altruistic love, imperishable love, and imperishable cooperation. So, you also have the power of relationships. In any case, why does the father want children? And why do the children want the father? For cooperation, so that you receive cooperation at a time of need. So, in this alokik life, you have the attainment of all four powers as a blessing and an inheritance. Where you have attained all four types of power, what would be your stage at every moment? Always a master, almighty authority. Do you always remain stable, seated on this stage? It is this stage that is, in other words, called a king of the self, or a Raj Yogi. The treasure store of a king is always full. So, a Raj Yogi means one whose treasure store of all powers is always full. Do you understand? This is called the alokik life of an elevated Brahmin. So, always be a master and use all the powers. Instead of being according to capacity, be constantly powerful. Don't be one of those who make requests, but one who always remains happy. Acha, everyone is given the chance to come to Madhuban. Always keep this fortune that you have attained with you. To keep the bestower of fortune with you means to keep your fortune with you. People from 3 zones have come. The rivers from 3 different places have now come together. This is called the confluence of the Triveni. Bapdada is the bestower of blessings, gives blessings to everyone. It is up to each one to use these blessings. Acha, to the elevated souls everywhere who have a right to all the inheritance and blessings, to all the elevated Master Almighty Authority souls, to all the contented souls who always spread the waves of contentment, to the great souls who always attain success in all their interactions by doing it in God's name, Bapdada's love, remembrance, filled with power and namaste. Blessing, may you be an intense effort maker and through your double light form overcome all obstacles that come to you. Instead of becoming tired or disheartened with the obstacles that come to you, using your double light form, your soul conscious form of light, and your form of humility, take a high jump in a second. Do not waste your time trying to break the stone that is the obstacle. Take a jump and go across it in a second. Do not make the easy path difficult through a little forgetfulness. While clearly seeing the elevated future destination of your life, be an intense effort maker. Always remain stable in the elevated form with which Bapdada and the world see you. Slogan: to remain constantly happy and to distribute happiness is the greatest honor. Om Shanti.